And that is the kind of applause Omar Ruiz gets when he joins us here on Good Morning Football. Don't get used to it. They're not coming back with us to New York City. Yeah, well, of course. We appreciate you joining us here, of course, with the Patriots this morning and all day here on NFL Network. Rob Gronkowski, a big name here. He's missed 30 games since entering the league. Tom Brady did win a Super Bowl just last year without him, but everybody wants to know if he'll be out there for Sunday's big game.
It's been our Groundhog Day of a story the last 2 weeks. Gronk Watch is officially over. He's been cleared from the concussion protocol, and he will play in Super Bowl Sunday. It's something we've been expecting, of course. There were so many media members and cameras surrounding him in his first and only availability of the week. There was no way he could see his shadow. He said that he appreciates the caution with which the Patriots handled his concussion, and he looks forward to being involved in every aspect of the game. He's super excited to be back in the Super Bowl spotlight. As you mentioned, he didn't play because of injury last season. His teammates excited to have him back out there because of the exuberance and the joyfulness with which he carries himself, not to mention the all-world capabilities he brings to the tight end position.
Omar, thank you for that update on Gronk, and also thank you for being on the road for us all season. You've done a great job. And look, talk about great job. Running backs for the Patriots. Rex Burkhead, James White, Dion Lewis. The list goes on and on and on. Okay. How do you see it playing out in the biggest game of all, the Super Bowl, the running backs for the Patriots?
Peter, we've been talking about this going back to Danny Woodhead and Kevin Falk, where it all began, and I don't think it's any coincidence that their running backs coach the past 16 years, Ivan Fears, was once a receivers coach. It's been a focal point for their offense, and it showed up again this year. They are second in the league in terms of running backs with catches per game, receiving yards, first in the league in touchdowns. Fears telling me it's all about manipulating those matchups and Tom Brady exploiting them. For the Eagles' part, Malcolm Jenkins telling me he knows all about what they like to do. He feels that they have the versatility with their linebackers and their secondary to keep them in check. However, the numbers play out in the Patriots' favor. The Eagles' defense giving up a 28th in the league, 6 catches per game against those running backs. They're holding them in check a little bit, only 14th in yards per game, but that's certainly a matchup to watch. Which one of these Patriots running backs will come up big, maybe the way James White did last year in that Super Bowl?
Patriots looking for their 6th Super Bowl ring in 17 seasons. Would you like to ask your adoring audience who they think is going to win this one?
Of course.
Let's do it,
yeah,
Omar. Let's ask. Who thinks the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, that's pretty loud, Kay.
Eagles?
I think the Pats.
Wow, Patriots getting a lot of love, Omar. But let's flip it over to those Eagles. Our very own Tom Pelissero's at the press area of the hotel next to the Mall of America. Tom, seeing a lot of love for the Patriots here early. Let's talk about Nick Foles, though. He's exceeded expectations, especially in these 3 career playoff starts. But the Super Bowl is a bit of an unfamiliar situation for him and really most of those Eagles on that team. So how are they holding up just 2 sleeps away from the biggest game ever?
Okay, I was at portions of Nick Foles' press conferences each of the past 4 days, and you would not notice from his demeanor that he's preparing for the biggest game of his life. Every coach, every player, when you ask them what are Foles' traits, they talk about how even-keeled and how steady he is, and that's shown up in practice as well. Coach Doug Peterson told the Pool reporter yesterday that Foles was really sharp again. He was accurate with the football, smart in terms of the running game. I spoke this week to Eagles quarterbacks coach John DeFilippo, who is a big believer in body language. He liked what he saw from Foles. DeFilippo said, "You're not going to have to worry about this stage being too big for Nick. He is a man of great faith, and he has a ton of confidence in himself, guys."
Tom, Kay said it, 2 sleeps away, 48 hours from history. Lay it out for us. What do the Eagles have to do the next 2 days, and what are in their plans?
Peter, the final full practice of the week occurs later on today over at the University of Minnesota. That's where they've been practicing all week. Tomorrow morning, there's a team meeting scheduled in which Coach Doug Peterson's good friend, former teammate Brett Favre, is set to address players. And then later on tomorrow, the Eagles are going to hold their walkthrough inside U.S. Bank Stadium. They have not played there before, so that's an opportunity to get used to the surroundings, get a little bit more comfortable. The Eagles also, for all their injuries, all their starters and captains on injured reserve, relatively speaking, they're healthy right now. The only player on the roster who has not practiced in full this week is defensive tackle Timmy Jernigan. He's been out with an illness, but Peterson said they're getting him hydrated and they're comfortable. Jernigan is going to be good to go.
All right, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. You're doing an incredible job. We'll check back in with you and everything that's going on with the Eagles. Now, listen, we are joined by one of the standouts defensively. His rookie season was amazing. In his first game as an NFL pro, he came out hot, recorded 2 sacks and an interception. That's how you start things off.
That's right.
Let's welcome to the show Steelers linebacker T.J. Watt.
All right, there he is.
T.J.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Listen, thank you for joining us. You had an incredible rookie season, tallying 7 sacks. That's second most ever in a season by a Steelers rookie. How would you describe your rookie season in Pittsburgh?
I think it went well, but at the same time, I think I have a lot to learn, and I have a lot of great takeaways from what I learned in my first year, and I think the sky's the limit. It's only going to go up from here.
TJ, I know one of your best friends on the team and one of the leaders of the team is the great Ryan Shazier. It looked like we got some great news yesterday. What is the update on Shazier, and how has that galvanized you guys as a team?
Yeah, seeing Ryan get released from the hospital yesterday was great news, and we've been able to kind of connect with him once a week throughout the season and have a nice dinner over with him, with some of the linebackers, some of the defensive guys, and just to see the great spirits he has and how well he's recovering and how happy he's been throughout this whole process. Obviously, nobody wants to be put in that situation, but how he's handled it, and it's really given us all confidence going forward, and it's lifted all of our spirits.
Everybody here in Minneapolis is rooting for Ryan Shazier, as they are all across the country. TJ, absolutely. TJ, you were involved in so many great moments with the Steelers this year. Also, your team was involved in one of the weirdest moments we saw all season, the end of that Patriots game. Jesse James surviving the ground catch that wasn't. What was your take on that, and what was the Steelers locker room like after that weird moment?
I don't know if I really have a take. I just play defense and do my job and let everything else kind of take care of itself. But it was a quiet locker room afterwards. But we knew that if we took care of business the rest of the season, it wouldn't really matter, and we didn't end up doing that. So I guess it's kind of irrelevant.
T, there's a baby behind you.
Hey, look at that baby.
You see the baby?
Left shoulder. Hold that baby up. I love it.
I see the baby. Baby looks like it's sound
Just
asleep.
pointing stuff out.
I'm jealous.
Kyle nailed it. So did you. The season didn't end the way you or any Steelers fans wanted, but there's so much to look forward to, whether it's first-year players like yourself, and the baby is back.
Baby Kate.
I'm just going to do some color play-by-play on the baby behind you. What do we expect from Steeler Nation in 2018?
I think we're going to come out. We obviously have a bad taste in our mouth from how the season ended. We feel like we had a great team who had really high expectations this year. But for me personally, I know what to expect this second time around. I think that as a defense, we're going to step up. Well, we're definitely going to focus on stopping the run first and foremost. And I think we have all the tools to be as successful as we want to be. So it'll be a really good season, really special.
All right, TJ, well, we had your brother on the show, and he was working with Gatorade, as you are as well. One of the slogans for Gatorade for a long time was, "Is it in you?" I say, "Is it in the family?" Because you guys are all working with him. What are you doing with Gatorade?
Yeah, I'm working with Gatorade Whey Protein, and it's really important to know that Gatorade has a great whey protein product out there. A lot of people think of Gatorade over the past 50 years, and they immediately think of the thirst-quenching drinks that they have. And that's great, but they also have a great whey protein that we use in our locker room with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they use across the NFL, that I usually consume within 30 minutes of working out. And it's great to refill my muscles and get me bigger, faster, and stronger.
TJ, earlier in the show, your brother came out and hung out with us. He was awesome and great, and also loves Gatorade like you. I feel like you guys probably have a lot in common. So let's play JJ, TJ, Q, and A.
All
we
right.
asked your brother a series of questions. Hopefully you were sleeping through it and didn't see what he said, because he wrote down what he thought you would say as answers to those. So let's see how well he did. Are you down? Of course you are. All right. Let's go with your favorite food. Can you tell me your favorite food, TJ?
My
Outside
favorite
of a
food is
whey
steak
protein
and
bar.
sweet potato mashed potatoes. Steak and sweet potato, mashed potatoes for sure.
That's strong.
What'd he say?
Okay, let's see what the baby says that your brother said.
Okay.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Okay.
Your
Way off.
brother pegged you as
Way
an
off.
oatmeal
They're
guy.
way off.
All right. What do you think, TJ? What is your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Wedding Crashers.
What did Big Bro
They
think it
said
was?
Mighty Ducks 2.
Mighty Ducks 2, Gunnar
See,
Stoll.
JJ, I don't think JD understood the game because this is all his favorite stuff. So maybe it's not me.
No, but here's the thing, though. He prefaced it by saying, I believe these are all wrong, but let's see if he picks up. I asked him what is his pleasure artist, his guilty pleasure artist, celebrity, or guilty pleasure artist, his singer, right?
Yeah,
That's what
music, guilty pleasure.
I don't know. I'd like to know what his answer was. Who I listen to in music, I would just have to say Zach Brown Band.
Zach Brown Band, but
Let's
that's
see
not
what
Survey
JJ said.
says Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
That's his guilty
It's
pleasure.
your bro.
Look at his face.
All right, now,
He doesn't
TJ,
know
this
me at
could
all.
be-
Then
That's it.
this is a disaster.
We're
We
gonna
have to go
start
back
fighting
and
with
have a
the Watt brothers.
face-to-face
Great.
talk.
This is going to be it.
This is a big one, Pete.
Back in the cabin in Wisconsin. Look, this is one. It could be a little bit of a trick question. Your celebrity crush is who, TJ Watt?
That's my girlfriend. I don't have a celebrity crush. That's Danny, my girlfriend.
Oh,
There you go.
We
No
said
shit.
it, man. There it is. We got it.
We got
Nailed
one.
it.
We're in good business.
And fairly enough, this was the one he was most confident in that
That
he
was
would
it.
nail and get right. All right, let's do one more here. Person that you looked up to growing up. Did he answer that one? I think he did. What do you got? Person you look up to growing up.
I don't know if he would give himself this one because he's really humble, but it is him. It's my brother JJ. I think I just really idolized him growing up and everything
There
that
it
he's
is.
done. You see there? I want to know how
You
he
got
answered that. If
it.
he was cocky or not when he did it,
Yes.
but perfect.
Awesome.
All right, we got a little comeback action. Little Patriots second half last year.
Maybe
Let's
so.
see.
Here we go. Let's see if you can get 3 in a row. The last one, TJ. Who did your brother say is the funniest family member? Funniest family member. Who would you say?
It's me, 100%. I get that vote.
Show what he said.
And the Patriots come on and win the Super Bowl.
And in 3-0, I'll take it.
It's a great
Love that he
second
gave me credit there.
performance. Great second half performance. Really good.
TJ, wishing you nothing but success in the future. I know you're cheering on your big bro, who's a Walter Payton Man of the Year finalist tomorrow. We are cheering you on as well, and hope to see you sometime in New York at the breakfast table, and we can talk about Wisconsin Dells with Kyle. All right, great
Thank you
stuff.
very
We're
much
going to
for having me,
take
guys.
a short break here on Good Morning Football at the Super Bowl live in Minneapolis. Let's have a New Orleans Saint join the show. Oh, okay. Here he
guy's cool.
comes.
Cam.
13
guy's cool.
sacks in
I
the
mean-
building. Cam Jordan joining the show.
How you doing? You good?
I'm great. I'm great, man.
Why do you wear your poncho?
Why do you wear your poncho? Some